have been closely associated with the ringing of a bell. As they began their tours of duty, it was a bell that started it off. Throughout the day and night, each alarm was sounded by a bell. It beckoned these brave souls to fight fires and to place their lives in jeopardy for the good of their fellow citizens. But when the fire was out and the alarm had come to an end, the bell rang 3 times to signal they were home. Now our brother, David Perry, has completed all of his tasks and his duties well done. Today the bell rings 3 times in memory of and in tribute to his life of service. Firefighters, up 10, Chuck. Present arms.
On how to promote it, and he was in love with the idea of paying tribute to those that he knew who had died in the line of duty. In fact, you saw one of the photographs of David posing with the group as we were left the statue in Maumelle. And there's no other way to explain how David felt, because the night a house was on fire at 2711 Israel. It's December 22nd. It's cold. It's raining. This house is on fire. And Captain John Brzezinski, I, and David are on the roof doing a roof ventilation job. And over the roar of the diesel engines that are pumping, David hears a police officer holler, "Your fire chief is down." So David flies down the ladder, and there's Chief Charlie Burke down there. So David motioned for the resuscitator. So Eddie Anderson, Terry Hill, David got over there doing CPR. Now, Chief Burke was not able to be saved, but David and I loved him, and David says, "This is a night I will never forget." David Perry put his stamp on his dedication and compassion for his fallen brothers.
Amen.
David also had this sense of humor that can't be defined. It has to be witnessed. I saw this. But he also combined it with human compassion. A firefighter came to Station 2 one day and says, "This young lady I'm dating has a import car." We call them foreign cars. They ain't made in America. So David says, "You get that car down here and we'll look at it." So firefighter brings the car down. David takes the valve cover off. We try to spin it over. You don't see the cam working. That's a dead giveaway. Overhead cam needs a timing belt. David said, "I bet you that's what it is." So they left the car with us, and we have a few tools there. And we grabbed the firefighter before he left and said, "Go to the parts store and get this." He didn't say anything about the cost. He just said, "Here's my bill for it. Take it, charge it to me, we'll take care of it." So David got it running. The firefighter waits till the end of the afternoon when his girlfriend gets off of work, brings her down there, and she is nervous. She doesn't have any idea what it's going to cost to get her car back to life. So David pulls out this piece of paper from the parts store, and he makes a few notes. He says 17, and he starts to say 100, and he lets his tongue roll around to 21 cents, $17.21. Well, she starts crying. She thought it was going to cost her hundreds of dollars to have a precious little car fixed. So what can I do for y'all? So her boyfriend said, "Well, you know, firefighters are real easy. If you'll go to the Safeway store at 17th and Main and get a couple half gallons of ice cream, any variety you choose. Stop by a community bakery and get some nice chocolate chip cookies and brownies. I think your deed will be well received. So we're sitting there hogging that ice cream down, and she's still crying. So David would do anything to help anybody, anytime. He knew that she didn't make a lot of money, but that was the kind of guy that David was. Now, one day one of the captains sees David and I standing by Joe, and I use that name as a cover for the guy who's not here today, but he might be known. So Joe's truck is nice, it's new, but we're standing there looking at it, and the captain comes over and says, Joe's getting very nervous. He thinks y'all are tampering with his truck because it's new. So David and I walk away, and David says to me, he says, we'll have a little fun here.